how uncomfortable are you?
I am very uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio today.
Whenever you need to make a change in your life, there's a period of uncomfortableness. There's a weigh scale in your mind, and if it's having to lose weight, for example, you eat, and you start getting heavier and heavier, and then your clothes start not fitting. At what point do you go, okay, I gotta stop eating so much and drinking beer so much and not exercising? Before you have to get to a certain uncomfortable level before it'll go, okay, I had enough of this. My clothes are way too tight and I can't breathe when I have my top buttoned up. So I'm gonna start exercising and changing, right? And so that what's the catalyst? How uncomfortable do you have to get before you'll make a change to do something? And we see it all the time with TPI. When somebody signs up to TPI, they're uncomfortable. And sometimes they're not uncomfortable enough. We see guys that start up with TPI and they just kind of dribble a couple trucks. They dribble a couple trailers on TPI and they're just gonna stick their toe in. But then the problem with that, though, is that because they're not uncomfortable enough, they're not down far enough on the uncomfortable level to make a big change. They've only gone down a little bit, so then they think they can just add a little bit. But the problem then is that they dribble those trucks on there. They don't use the invoicing, so they're not pulling it off. And then they start getting calls on these trucks that they've sold 3 months ago. So now TPI is more of a pain in the neck for them than it is. Now they've got more on their plate because their inventory is out of whack. So now they're down here again. You need to make sure that your inventory is accurate. You need to make sure that it's accurate not only for the buyers that are coming to TPI, we get 10,000 buyers a day, not only for those people, but for your own counter people. So what happens if your counter people pull that inventory up and yeah, we've got it, and you're telling people to come down to your yard, you're saying you'll ship it out. Well, now you gotta try and call this guy before he gets in his truck and he heads down, or you gotta give the guy the bad news that you can't ship it to him. It's a lot more painful than it needs to be. If you're gonna make a commitment to something like TPI, you kind of need to be all in. We have systems in place that when you join TPI, if you follow the instructions, we can take that uncomfortableness and slowly move it like this.